Oh, yeah,
I feel like putting my
yeah,
shades on. It's too much. Too much.
yeah, man. Look, man, we back at it again, folks. Got my good friend James Boogie in the building. Say hey to the people, James.
How's it going, guys? How's it going, everybody? Just grooving with the music right now. I almost want to break out into a sermon, but I haven't passed all my classes yet, so I don't want to misspeak.
Right, right.
But
Give everybody time to come in. Give opportunity to come in, man. Yeah, why are LeBron's fans so upset right now?
I mean, they always got something to be upset about. LeBron fans are. Yeah. I had to come into my own this morning about LeBron fans, about fans in general. They fans, man. So they have every right to be as eccentric as they want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's right, folks. We're gonna get everybody an opportunity to come on in. We want to appreciate you for stopping by, man. This is Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry. I am your host, Reverend Larry. And look, man, it's Wednesday night, May 20th, 2 days before my birthday.
Wow. 25 again?
Man, hey, they say it's my it's my 32nd anniversary of being 20. That's what they say.
Man. I play in this 48 in up league on Monday.
48 and up? Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy work right there, man.
And they have
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very. It's
48.
I'm stuck.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck because I'm right at the cutoff to get in or whatever, and
really?
Yeah, so I understand it's a great American I'm sorry, Latino American artist named Pitbull, and he had a saying that he said he was too hood for the barrio and too barrio for the hood.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at in this league. A lot of times it's like, I mean, without tooting my own horn, I'm definitely probably the most. It's only one guy in the league that can run with me, and he's on my team. Maybe two guys in the league that can run with me. But it's like I can go in that league and do very well, but when I take a step into the 35 and up or some of the other leagues, like these guys are moving a little bit too fast for my, I can still compete.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
Yeah.
The 30-year-old,
not at that level.
the 30-year-old and 25-year-old for the most part is not gonna curb their game to let me get off.
No, no, not at all.
Even
not
if it's
at all.
a better option, even if even if I'm the better option, they're still in. I was in that mode at the time, where it's like, I don't care who you are, man. I done had this conversation with NBA players. Like, I know that you're in the league right now and this is summer ball, but I'm not curbing my game so that you can get off. That's just not gonna happen.
Man, and we won't even discuss why I'm just the owner of the Houston Redstone. You understand what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you something, man. I call myself getting out on that court. Man, hold on. Let's let the people know where we are, man. Here we go. Hold on. That's right. It's late night talk with Reverend Larry. I want to welcome to my man James Boogie in the place.
Yes, sir.
There's only one place that you need to go for the truth, for the heart, for the community. Turn it up loud, it's the place to be. Late night talk with Reverend Larry. Insight, inspiration, and the word on the street. Late night talk where the soul and the wisdom meet. 9 p.m. tonight. The mic is live. Late night talk with Reverend Larry.
That's right, man. Look, it's late night talking with Larry, man. I got my man James Boogie with me tonight. It's all sports tonight. No relationship goals. Hey, man, look. Hey, look. But we were talking. So my boy Trustee Sean P was on with me earlier this week, and so
Mhm.
our angle on relationship goals are different. The way we attacked it was different. The way normal people would will. When you hear about relationship goals, you're thinking about a list of things that you need to do to make sure you have a healthy relationship.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, my man, King Ace is in the
King
building.
Ace in the building,
Good,
man.
good evening,
Yes, sir.
sir.
How we doing, fellas? We doing all right?
Man, we blessed, man. We blessed. We blessed. But what I
Sporting his stuff. I see you with you see you flagging up on. I see you flagged up there. I see you.
Yeah. Today was my last day of training, so I'm supposed to be going home tomorrow. So
Oh yeah. Whew,
yeah.
man.
So
Train.
normally when you talk about relationship goals, you get a list of things that you need to do to have a successful relationship, right?
absolutely.
Well, we kind of did something different. We said, look, instead of giving you a list,
Mhm.
right? We just gave you a simple instruction. Watch who you get relationship advice from.
Mm. Mm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Because
Mm.
there's a grifter out here, Dr. Cayenne Bryant,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh Lord.
and you know where I'm going, man.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
She's a
Jesus
grifter. I
Christ.
mean, look,
Hallelujah.
look. Come on, man.
But I totally respect her hustle though. I totally
I,
respect her hustle.
I'm not mad at her
No, you're not.
hustle either,
Yeah,
but
you're
I,
being real
I
about it, though.
tell
You're being real about it, though, for sure.
yeah, but I tell people you have to look at a person's fruit before you decide to say that before you go 10 toes in on this is who I'm gonna get my advice from. Because here's the thing. Here's a unique thing about
Right.
this relationship space, right?
Mhm.
Everybody can speak on it, but you only have you have a small window to show
Mm.
what you're working with. Because look, you can't keep doing this thing 5 years in and you ain't in no relationship.
That's
Oh
how some of
man.
them are. Some of them have a
That- I'm,
10-year,
I
5-year,
mean,
8-year, 10-year
come
career
on, man.
relationship advice, but
Come
have
on.
nothing to
Come
show
on.
for it. Have nothing to show for
Nothing to show for it.
Well,
Nothing at all to show for it.
I
it.
think what
Uh-oh.
she was doing,
Oh, devil's
was
advocate.
really
Devil's advocate. Is that what we doing?
no. What I'm saying, what she was doing was she was playing the game the way that society has allowed well, the way that our society has kind of like pushed people to do.
And
Like,
presented it. Yeah.
because like if she was 250 pounds with a Jerry curl, she wouldn't have had the fan base that she had.
I don't
But
know. That's not
because
true because Lizzo, she did a whole lot too with what she had. And
well, I
I'm gonna let you
mean,
finish. I'm sorry. Let me not do that. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
let you
Well,
finish. I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying that her claim to fame, well, her visual was what got her in the door, and so because she looked a certain way, females for the most part were like, well, whatever she say, gotta have some substance to it because look how she looked,
Right.
right?
Right.
And that's what we live in an edutainment type of society where there's
And
more attainment than education. It's not education, it's not
Mhm.
entertainment, it's edutainment, and there's more entertainment than education. So
and look
if
what
you could,
she's
Yeah.
done. And look what she's
yeah,
done. James Boogie, look what she's done. She's left him on the island. Now she's slim. Now she
yep,
team.
Yep. That's what they all do.
So
It's all
again,
a grift.
it's a grift. That's why I say it's a grift. You look, man, I can speak on advice all day for nights, weeks, months, years, decades, but after a while, man, you're going to have to you should want to see fruit on my tree.
Yeah.
You should want to see some fruit, man. But man, look, I'm a fan of y'all on my radio show. For those that don't know, man, look, we got just another sports conversation, be it 3:00, 3 to 4 on Radio 17. These are my guys, man. Yeah, these are my guys. King Ace and James Boogie, 3:00. Y'all take a look. Y'all, hey, look, take a look at them. Check them out, man. One of the popular podcasts on our radios. Man, look, we up to 65, I think 6,800 listeners. So man, look, we slowly but surely getting there. We waiting on the music license so we can expand our portfolio. But man, look, I had to bring you guys on tonight because of course we're doing the updates on the game. I got the game on the screen right now. It's 49 Spurs, OKC 58. We expected that. That's not surprising. I still had the Spurs winning this in 6.
Okay.
And honestly, man, we'll talk about my take on that. But man, LeBron's fans are out of pocket this week, man. They I couldn't put in the title what I wanted to put in the title because I got the Vatican watching. You understand what I'm talking about? But
Rev, can I go get a fire extinguisher? Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it to put this out after a while.
Come on.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, man, they're a little butthurt right now, man.
Because all their talent.
They promised that they promised the ratings were gonna go down as soon as LeBron left the playoffs and all this, that, and the third. And man, let me tell you something. LeBron is a top 15 player. Okay. He's a top 15 player. Nobody's gonna take that away from him being a great player. But man, I got a take, man. I want y'all to hear this. Excuse the language. I'm gonna give you excuse the language, but this is somebody tagged me and this is what they had me listening to.
So if Michael Jordan came into the league in 1984, that man got eliminated 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. The Pistons and the Celtics whooped his ass every time.
Now look, we're not done with this, gentlemen, but okay. this is what you would call LeBron sexual. He's somebody that just glazes LeBron. I mean, it is what it is. And this is where he's going.
Something else I used to watch. The nigga scored 60-something in one game against Larry Bird and still lost the game. So it don't matter how great you are, you're not going to win by yourself. It is a team sport. Michael Jordan, all 6 finals Michael Jordan played against, he went against the Lakers. That was Magic Johnson. Last year he had AIDS. James Worthy and Byron Scott was out of the series because they was hurt. So it was just Michael Jordan against a sorry Lakers team. The next year you go against Portland Trail Blazers, who didn't have nobody but Clyde Drexler. And who? Kevin Duckworth? Oh, he's sorry. Who else did they have? Jerome Kersey? Oh, he's sorry. And then who they go against the next year? The Phoenix Suns? You had Charles Barkley and who else? Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley, man, them niggas ain't no competition. And then you left. If you were so good when you left the Bulls to go play baseball, Michael Jordan, you left the Bulls. After you left the Bulls, they had won 58 games. The next year, they still won 56 games with Scottie Pippen. So that lets you know Scottie Pippen was still hooping because even after you left, they still went to the end of the playoffs and almost made the finals and won 7 games with the Knicks. So what are you talking about? Then he came back and played the Seattle Supersonics in 95. And the Seattle Supersonics, who did they beat? Nobody. Went to the finals once, played Gary Payton. Man, you sorry. And then who you play after that? A 34 and 35-year-old John Stockton and Karl Malone? That's who you went up against? An old-ass Utah team? So what? You won 6 times? So what? LeBron done went 8 times already. already. You only done went 6 times. LeBron gonna finish beating you in scoring and assists. He gonna be the leading scorer of all time. Kobe ain't even in the conversation. Kobe, you sorry as shit. If Kobe was that damn good, Kobe was on the team with Shaq. Shaq had them 3 MVPs. Shaq had them 3 finals MVPs. You weren't even the best player on your team, bro. So then guess what happened to you? Then y'all got y'all ass whooped by Detroit in 2004. Detroit whooped that ass. Detroit put y'all ass out. What happened? Detroit beat y'all 4-1. Kobe was over there crying with tears running down his face. I remember he was crying like a little hoe that he is. And then guess what else happened? Guess what else happened? That same team that put Kobe out, them same Detroit Pistons, guess who beat him the next year? LeBron James. With nobody on his team. He scored 34 points in a row to put them niggas out. He might have got swept in the finals against San Antonio, but so what? He made it. Just like if Jordan was good enough in 88 to get past the Pistons, which he wasn't, but if he did and would have won against the real Showtime Lakers, he would have got his ass swept by Magic Johnson there too. Yeah, when Michael Jackson beat the damn Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had already retired, man. Get out of here with that Michael Jordan shit. Y'all young niggas don't know nothing. I'm old. I watched all that shit. Jordan, he was good, but guess what? He used to kick it over to Paxson. Money. He used to kick it over to B.J. Armstrong. Money. He used to kick it out to Steve Kerr. Money. Them niggas was money. You know what I'm saying? Scottie Pippen, best two-way player, first team.
Yeah, man. Look.
It's a lot to unpack here.
That's a whole lot to unpack.
I'll say this. They say old fools were once young fools. So, you know, he's just talking about, he literally talked over himself 6 or 7 times. Like when LeBron made it to the finals, he's like, okay. But then when Jordan made it to the finals, he's like, oh no, like he just talking. There was no facts, nothing he said. Jerome Kerr was 6 million a year that year.
Man, let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to what's real. I'm gonna break down just a small snippet of actually what he said that doesn't make sense. Everyone ridicules MJ.
Talk to me.
Everyone ridicules MJ for losing to Detroit and the Celtics.
Yeah.
We're talking about teams who went to the finals and either won the finals or not. LeBron was losing to teams in the playoffs that wasn't getting to the finals.
That's true.
MJ was at least losing to all-time great teams. LeBron was losing to teams before he got there. That Larry Bird team that MJ lost to, 5 Hall of Famers on there. People don't consider Bill Walton a Hall of Famer when he was with the Celtics, but he already had his career established. He's in the Hall of Famer. That's 5 Hall of Famers on that team. Secondly,
from Portland.
From Portland, absolutely, when he won a championship there. But secondly, and most importantly, people don't understand, Jordan might not have won until he got Scottie, but he also lost when he had Scottie. He had Scottie for 3 to 4 years before he actually won.
Yeah,
preach.
So while people want to ridicule and talk about Jordan, now mind you, I think Jordan's the greatest, but he's not my favorite player. And I actually am a fan of LeBron, but I'm not a Bron-sexual. I'm not delusional to good basketball, bad basketball, or what I actually see. Jordan lost with Scottie Pippen for 3 to 4 years in a game 7 where migraines all of a sudden and back got the best of them when they was going to get over the hump against the Detroit Pistons. Then the next year they actually got over the hump and won. See, the thing is, and this is why Jay Book and I, we have our own opinion on the game and how we view it or whatever, but he and I both understand the game the way we do because we don't just watch the game, even though we enjoy and love the game. We study it.
Yes.
But you also have to be a historian of the game too. That's what being a student is. And so when you have to say those things,
you have to understand you have to understand the game of basketball first. You have to be a fan of basketball first. I'm a fan of basketball first. I'm a fan of football first.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of football. I'm a fan of baseball first. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's where it's different because the people who are talking, like this guy right here who's talking, he's a fan of LeBron James.
And
he's not a fan of basketball.
Player, absolutely.
Yeah, he likes basketball, but he's a fan of LeBron. So he'll take circumstantial evidence and uncontextual things and make the thing that's not contextually relevant to a decision become like, oh yeah, well, you know, he scored 63 and lost. You know what I mean? And just omit the part that LeBron James never scored 63 in a win or a loss. You know what I mean? Like if it had in science and basketball and life, You know, you have equalizers, things that, okay, we can compare A to B.
Didn't LeBron lose 51, 8 and 8 to a Golden State Warriors in a game 1 when his teammate J.R. Smith didn't know what was on the clock?
Yeah.
They got swept that series.
To an all-time great team. Jordan lost to an all-time great team that's in the history books of being an all-time great team.
Yeah. Everybody loses.
So
here's
it's just a hard parallel, but go ahead, Rev.
Here's a thing that I tell people and I share with people is this, man. You don't really you speak so freely because you really don't know what dominance means. When somebody has dominated the league, you see, you can't speak on dominance when it comes to LeBron. And I tell people that, like, when you're talking about dominating the league, that cannot be in the same sentence of LeBron. You can't put that in the same. Why? Because
Devil's advocate is coming. I know it's coming.
Because look, the reason you don't know how great the 92 Portland Trailblazers were because Jordan beat them.
Yeah.
The reason you do not know, and I'm gonna tell you this: the Seattle Supersonics in '96.
That was squad.
We were talking about Gary Payton just last night.
Last night.
Man, bro, 91, 92.
Yeah.
89.
Yeah.
But the reason you suppress who they are and what they are is because Jordan dominated them.
Yeah.
You don't know how great Utah is. Yeah, little corny. John Hornacek.
Stockton. Yeah.
John Stockton.
Jeff Malone.
Come on, man. You don't really understand how great those teams are. Why? Because Jordan dominated. So you would say, Duckworth. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because Jordan dominated.
Yeah.
For 6 years. Yeah. He dominated. So you'll never know how great those teams were.
Or because, like I said, because we are so polarized in the way that we want to look at things, we won't say that they were the second best team in the world. They just ran to the best team in the world because
we spoke on this last night too.
yeah, because Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter and Kersey and Kersey, for all intents and purposes, Jerome Kersey redefined that 4 spot. If you really want to just take a look at what a 4 could do, and ability wise and ways you utilize, he redefined the position to right now. Every 4 in the league is Jerome Kersey. Every single 4 in the league is Jerome Kersey. But again, like you said,
speak on Cliff Robinson.
That's what I'm saying. So Buck Williams, all those guys were innovators and dominant players. But like you said, because we're so polarized and because we saw Jordan do what he did to them, we forget how good they were. It's kind of like watching Tyson knock out somebody. And, the first thing we say is, oh, man, boy was sorry. Like, nah, he's not sorry at all.
He just doggone good.
He just fought Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, greatness makes good look bad for the most part. But about LeBron though, let me be the one person on here to because I'm not a LeBron fan either. But as me and Ace have said before, LeBron should be the best player until Wemby, and Wemby still has a way to go. But as far as if I was an architect if I was an architect and I could build the perfect basketball player, it would 100% LeBron James. Look, there's nothing about him physically that I would say, no, change that. As far as his physicality, as far as his size, as far as his
the one thing I could say, the only thing I throw in, and I'm gonna let you finish, is because LeBron is so top heavy, the footwork that we think he could have because of how physically imposing he is, just as a basketball player, he has the footwork of a football player. He don't actually have the footwork as a basketball player. if you could at least remotely give him, as you and I discussed, you have LeBron James with some part of James Harden's offensive game with the footwork that can support it. Give him a Kobe's footwork or Jordan's footwork that understands how to play in the post, although his game is predicated on playing on the outside and getting guys involved in passing. If he could have that, that would be more beneficial, because any guy he's guarding that's quicker than him or with a better first step, at least have a handle, they're getting him with the first move because he's so top heavy. He's so top heavy.
It doesn't matter though. But I'm saying none of that matters because LeBron James in his peak years, I don't care who's in front of LeBron James. You can get past him. LeBron James is Wemby. LeBron James had a whole 4 years of just chasing down point guards. A whole 4. That's all he was doing. Chasing down point guards.
Look what you said. You said point guards. If you talk about shooting guards, small forwards, or guys that are forwards who can actually be mobile and move, he wasn't having the same.
I'm just gonna let you cook.
He wasn't having the same.
Just letting you cook.
Because LeBron James also as a defender, or what some people would try to classify him as a rim protector.
I'm gonna just let y'all cook
because he's not a great 2-foot jumper. He's a hellacious 1-foot jumper, but 2 feet, that is not how he jumps.
What I'm saying, if you have a guy with his build,
physically, yes, he's built like Len Bias from Maryland and Karl Malone.
That's what I'm saying.
But that doesn't take away from the slowness of his footwork.
It doesn't matter. He's so physically more gifted than everybody else. Like, he's physically gifted. So it's like you really just his issue, LeBron's issue, has always been between the ears, because physically he can do anything, bro. We've seen it. I don't have to. We've seen. What have you name me a part of the basketball court that LeBron has not performed at a all-star level on? We've seen him hit.
You're not gonna like my answer.
The mid-range.
You ain't gonna like my answer.
Dallas exposed that.
You ain't gonna like my most points in the history of the NBA.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No. You asked me what aspect of the game that he either is faulty in or was not basically good in, and what I'm giving you is the mid post, the high post, and the block. The Dallas Mavericks exposed that. He couldn't shoot. The Spurs in 2007 exposed
the Spurs he couldn't shoot. Yeah, and I get tired of them saying that. And I'm glad you brought up the Spurs, because I get tired of them saying that Cleveland team wasn't a good team. Bro, get out of here with that, man. That Cleveland team wasn't it the second best record in the East?
They were first in the East. They were 60. They had like 3 or 4 years.
They were a top tier team. Yeah, and they swept the Spurs that year. We're talking
about the 2006-2007 season when
2007. Yes.
Oh, we talking about the year before that. All right, cool. So
the year he got swept the first time by Duncan.
So in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, where he scored that 26 to 29 point straight, game 1, the Juniors and the Goskins had 22 and 13. LeBron had 10 points and was 33% from the field goal.
Come on, man.
Game 2, Anderson Varejao had a double-double, 14 points and 14 rebounds. That's a second double-double game from another player. That's game 2. Game 3, 3 Cavs players with double-digit scoring.
What did LeBron have in game 2? He came to play.
It's like they took him off the scouting report. But this is in the Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit. They even got them there. This is what even got them there. Because against the Detroit, but I'm saying the narrative was that LeBron doesn't have help, but then when his help has been there, now all of a sudden it was all him.
Yeah. But I'm saying
we can't do that.
LeBron is so physically gifted. I'm not saying that he like, we all know, he could do this. If he had footwork, he could go do this. If he had, but I'm saying every game that LeBron has ever played, that I've ever watched, there are 10 to 12 times in the game where you have to say to yourself, this guy's unstoppable, because you'll see it. He is physically better than anybody. In my eyes, the only person I could think about that was that much more physically gifted is Moses Malone, maybe, where it was just, you cannot do nothing with him. He's just better physically, not
But
even
you gotta
skill wise.
There's quite a few guys
Man,
who's physically
look,
more
bro.
gifted than other guys.
Yeah,
No,
like,
no, 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 no,
bro,
no. Then everybody,
Yes.
not some guys. Who?
Yeah. Vince Carter was
This
physically
is
gifted
why-
when he came to the
this
league.
is why-
Shaquille
this is-
O'Neal was physically gifted when he came to the league. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Yeah.
Lou Alcindor was
You have to
physically gifted with
trans-
Will Chamberlain being in the
That
league.
has to transfer into wins, man. You just can't be huge for nothing. You
And
have
that-
to. Here's
I
the
agree.
thing.
I
Here's
agree.
the thing. What hurts LeBron is the mentality concept of how he approaches the game.
That's what I'm
Somebody
saying.
said, you know, they always like to say, like in that take we just heard,
Mhm.
LeBron, when Jordan left, you know, when the last part of his 3-peat, they won 58 games.
Yeah.
When Bron left, without LeBron, or when Jordan left, without Jordan, they won 55 games. But the team was still intact. So then they like to double back and say, well, when LeBron left and went to Miami, man,
The team was
Cleveland
good.
was a lottery team. Well, they dismantled the whole entire team.
Exactly.
And here's the thing, bro. It's the reason why Tyrone Lue didn't want to come over and coach the Lakers. Because LeBron is the system. And that's not good basketball, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
not good basketball. It doesn't, I don't care about your stature. I want to know what like when I'm bringing, look, man, and hey, James Boogie, you know me. When I'm bringing guys on to play for me,
Yeah.
play for the Houston Red Storm,
Yeah.
I'm looking at IQ. I can care less about you dunking a ball.
Yeah.
If you coming down and you trying to jack a three and you don't have that green light from the coach to jack that three on a fast break,
Yeah.
you know what's gonna happen Monday. The unemployment numbers finna go up. You know what's finna happen on Monday.
But I disagree.
I want to know what
disagree,
your
though.
IQ is.
I disagree, though. I disagree because I disagree with you on the point to say that a player like LeBron, there are certain players, like, I don't want to put me in the mix. I'll just say me in the mix. Me,
Put you out there. Put yourself
me,
out there.
if I get the ball in my hands, Ace will tell you, once I get past half court, I might shoot it at any time. Once I get past half court, whether we're up by 5, down by 20, it's tie game. At any point, I might shoot it because I feel like this thing is loaded, locked and loaded anytime. To have a coach that would take that away from me would take away from my game, because now I will be doubting what I can do. And that's what I'm saying about LeBron. LeBron, because he's physically, the difference between Shaq and LeBron and Lou Alcindor and LeBron and any other physically, even Vince Carter and LeBron, Vince Carter might be a good comp, but even Vince Carter is not 6'8", 250. So what I'm saying is he can do anything that any player can do. But LeBron can do
him with his footwork.
LeBron can do anything that any player from a 5'5" to a 7 foot. He can do anything, and not only do it, but do it at a threw the flag on me.
Totally disagree. Disagree.
He
does not have the footwork. King Ace already said it. He does not have the footwork to play in the paint. That's why he don't like posting up. He doesn't have. If it wasn't for his shoulders, he wouldn't be in the post.
That's what I'm saying. That's how big and good he is.
No, but it benefits him. It benefits him because we understand that he takes care of his body. If there's anything I'm gonna give him credit for, is he takes care of his body better than anyone in the league.
Because he has the best body pause than anybody. He has the best body.
Regardless of what they're saying about Balco, I believe you, King Ace.
Yeah, like he actually takes care of his body. But the reason I'm saying that is because even at 41, it's hard to see what we've seen from him over the years. The only caveat for me is the other loophole, because as I said, I'm not a super fan of LeBron, but I'm realistic. LeBron has missed so many games throughout the actual seasons of his actual career. So that does add on to how many more seasons he can play if he's not actually playing 82, 80, 70, 60 games for a elongated period of time. That's going to add to your career regardless of the playoffs. You already take care of your body, so you can miss some games to be able to do that.
I'm going to let y'all hear what the gentleman said, the reason where I got that soundbite from. But before I do that, I just want to let everybody know where they at. I got King Ace with me. I got James Boogie with me, y'all. Right here on Late Night Talk with Larry.
There's only one place that you need to go for the truth, for the heart, for the community. Turn it up loud, it's the place to be. Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry. Insight, inspiration, and the word on the street. Late Night Talk where the soul and the wisdom meet. 9 p.m. tonight. The mic is live. Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry.
I'm laughing because we got a drummer sitting right here, and I know you like man,
hey.
I can hit that, man.
Yeah,
hey, look,
I'm a drummer for sure. Yeah.
hey, I'm a PK, so I'm a drummer too, man. You know, PKs, man. We were first in line, and if the drummer don't show up, we free labor, man.
Yeah, it's your time.
You know, I had to know how to get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So check this out. Whoever, when I got that soundbite, from the gentleman. We went to Grambling State University. But this is what he said. He said, "Yeah, but y'all just listen to y'all move the goalposts. Now you come in talking about dominance. Wait a minute now." Yeah. He said LeBron would absolutely murder Danny Ainge, LeBron Russell. These are the people guarding Jordan. But why he didn't dominate JJ Barrera?
Barrera, yeah. Or Jason Terry.
Huh?
Yeah.
Jordan Bills were never the underdogs in any finals appearance because he would recruit players like Rodman. When the Spurs beat Jordan, he went to the go get Rodman. Oh my God. Where?
He's telling his story. He's telling his story, not history, his story.
Oh my God. He said, and stop the dominance talk. Phil Jackson on record saying Pippen was a better, more complete, better player. And he coached them both. Also, Jordan is a quitter. He quit twice. Ain't nothing dumb about quitting twice. He literally quit twice. Stats like steals, being incorrect, benefiting from a closer 3-point line. You better remember I was there and saw it all.
I mean,
hold on. He ends it with this, and you won't dare talk official NBA stats because the only stats you can use to say he's a GOAT is team accolade stats.
No,
but you don't believe that. You don't believe that either. He has 6 rings while Russell has 11 and Kareem has 5, and was the leading scorer, which is an official NBA stat. Come on, man.
He has the highest playoff average of all time, doesn't he? Doesn't he have the highest playoff and the highest scoring average of all time?
Yeah.
That's an official stat too.
And then had the audacity to put. Hold on, he put. LeBron went after 2 years, took Jordan 7 years. Do you want to keep going? Your previous comment was about it taking on an 18-year-old kid 2 years, but it took a 22-year-old guy 7 years. And my only point is when they always talk about how Jordan got swept in the playoffs his first 2 years, and my response to him was, LeBron didn't even sniff the playoffs his first 2 years. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Didn't even sniff the playoffs.
And Jordan sat a year too because he got hurt the second year. So
he broke his foot and came back.
Back. Weren't they like the 9th or 10th seed when he was out?
They were at the very, 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 very bottom. And they had him under minutes restriction. They had him under a clause where he could only play a certain amount of minutes. And when the coach was told, mind you, the coach still ended up getting fired regardless.
Doug Collins.
It was time. No, it was the coach before Doug Collins, because Doug Collins Doug Collins went all the way into like the early part of, the late part of the 80s, early part of the 90s before Phil Jackson got the job while Tex Winters was still there. It was another coach. I cannot think of his name, but that coach was there, and he was concerned about losing his job. But at the same time, he still ended up losing his job. But they had him under a minutes restriction where they had a timer on the sideline, and the GM at the time had a timer in the stands. If he plays a second over, you're going to be fired.
Yeah, that's smart, man.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second.
That's like MJ ended up sit down.
Real quick, the game 61 Spurs, OKC 66. What's 63-66? An and one just hit by is that Harper? Dylan Harper? I think it was Dylan Harper just hit an and one. But look, what's going on with D Will, man?
J Will?
What's going on with D Will? He's out for the game. J Will, yeah. He's out for the game again.
Oh, he was hurt. He was hurt coming in. So
I just got that.
No, but what? But
he's had a bad wrist. He had a wrist injury. But depending on what he left the game for, it said he left for a left hamstring tightness. So to me, he probably came back too soon without actually getting a lot of up and down reps, because a hamstring is not something that you could just bounce back from. OG Anunoby with the Knicks got a chance to get a lot of rest because of the Sixers, getting swept by them or whatever. So they got a chance to get a whole lot more rest for OG Anunoby. J-Dub, OKC might be going to the crib if he can't play. He might.
Bruh, they can't win it without him, bro.
But with them, they were 5-1 this year, or 4-1 this year.
I think they can plug him in. They can plug McCain and somebody else in that spot to get the same 20 and 10
to get them their shots back since J-Dub was taking their shots in the first place.
Yeah, I think they're deep enough.
Not McCain. AJ Mitchell only took like 4 shots in the first game. J-Dub took 25. He was 11 for 25 in game 1. And
what about Wiggins?
Played.
About Wiggins.
Wiggins hadn't played.
That's what I'm saying. But last year, Wiggins was that dude.
No, he was. He was showing out.
That's what I'm saying. So they deep enough to withstand.
They weren't playing the Spurs though. This is a different team, and they lost the first game without De'Aaron Fox.
But I mean, Wiggins this year, Wiggins hadn't played. So what I'm saying is, if Wiggins comes in and plays up to his potential like he did last year, they have a good shot. They have a good shot to at least compete.
That's fair. That's fair.
But going back to Jordan real quick, just real quick on Jordan. There's validity in saying that that 3-point line got, because his best shooting years, which I mean only makes sense, but his best shooting years that he had from the 3 was those 2 years when the line got moved up. That's the year. That's the year when he gave him the. That's the year that was against yeah. But
what was that 90? Was that 93?
92, I think. 92,
92.
Yeah. So 92, 93, those are his best. That was his best 3-point. I mean, statistically speaking, those were his best 2 3-point shooting years. But Jordan was on record for saying that he didn't like a 3-point shot because he said it takes away from his intentiveness of going to the rim. It makes him settle. He feel like he's settling.
His game. That's a player being aware of their game and knowing what their game is.
I have a player like that in Dylan Spriggins, man. He, Dylan will mid-range you to death.
Yeah.
He will mid-range you to death. And I love it because those are smart shots.
Yeah.
We are not, James Boogie, you know this. We are not a 3-point shooting team.
No.
Houston Red Storm, we're not a 3-point shooting team.
Right.
But
I can shoot, but that's not y'all claim to fame.
That's not our MO. That's not our MO. We play very good high IQ ball, and that I tell people, man, that era was full of IQ ball. Don't listen to JJ Redick when you start talking about this expansion draft, because you're really gonna expose your IQ when you talk about the expansion draft watered down the league. It did not. If you only understood what the expansion draft did, and to give you an example, the WNBA is having one every year, so you'll get a high understanding of what the expansion draft is.
I think that the JJ Redick said it, but he said it the wrong way. There's some truth in what he said also, because the NBA this is going to be some super racist, but I don't care. The
Oh,
the
man.
NBA is full of a bunch of rich white owners for the most part, and
That's not racist.
they are so rich and white and so removed from reality that they have to put in laws and rules to save themselves from themselves, because they'll like expansion draft. Toronto
Mhm.
Toronto was supposed to be a powerhouse, but they couldn't. They the management couldn't keep them together. Management didn't have the patience to be like, hold up, we got Mighty Mouse, we got Canby. They broke that up the year before they got Vince.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And
And not
it
realizing what
have
type of team they could have had.
yeah, a lot
Man,
of
bro, they
times.
should have they should have kept McGrady and just paid him a little something. He'd have stayed,
Yep,
man.
yep.
If
But
McGrady, I think honestly that hurt them when McGrady left because it wasn't a rebuild, but
Mhm.
they lost something. And
they lost a lot.
I don't think that yes, and I don't think they really understood it until McGrady when they gave McGrady the ball in Orlando,
Yeah.
that's when they kind of was like, okay, my bad.
Then
But
again,
that was also with the impression that Grant Hill was going to be available too,
yeah, well, I'm saying also you never know if McGrady would have stayed.
he was injury plagued.
Yeah,
McGrady might have stayed as a two guy, as a
Spurs
more, but
coming back, y'all. Spurs coming back.
Yeah,
he might
71-72.
McGrady might have stayed like a Pippen type player or turned into a Pippen type player because again, if you got Vince Carter and McGrady, who's your one? Who's your two? Who's your primary scorer? Who's your guy when it's 3-2-1? Who you passing the ball to? So
It's situational. It's based on what the play is. It's based on what the set is. And I kind of talked about that. Based on what the
yeah,
league is today and what the league was before. Most coaches before had game plans, had sets, had actual strategy. A lot of these
yeah,
guys are playing pitch posts, flares. They're just trying to get the open shot, pick
no,
and roll at
heck
the
no.
last minute, and then with the offensive game being so widespread and wide open, if you get an ISO and you got the mismatch, that's what they're going with. But no one actually has
Yeah,
actual set plays
Oh
for guys to
no,
no,
get shots
I
and get to the
disagree. I
rim.
disagree.
No,
I disagree
no, no, no,
totally.
no. If we look at all 30 teams and you actually
Yeah,
look
all
at the
13.
actual coaches,
Yeah.
there's not 10 coaches that you can name that actually have set plays from out of bounds to the rim
All
successfully.
right.
I
Question.
can,
Hold up.
but most of
Question.
the teams have new coaches just about every year or two because they're
But
not
watch this.
patient enough to trust the coach with the team that they're winning with. They just let go of Jason Kidd in Dallas.
He had a 6-year run or a 7-year run, but a
And
5-year
they made
run.
it to and they made it to the NBA finals.
And
Jerry
they broke the
Sloan was
team
there
up.
for 20 years and made it to 2 NBA finals only.
But they broke that team up also. But what I'm gonna say is this: well, from what you're saying, that would
come
mean
on, man.
that if they just running flares and ISO ball, that means that Kyrie Irving and PJ Washington would have around the same amount of shots every game,
They
right?
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
If we're doing ISO,
No, they're not because you have to understand that which Rev spoke about earlier is the IQ. We understand Kyrie is a bucket no matter what. He's a magician with the ball. He can create a shot, whatever. He's a
Hold on,
scorer.
King Ace, King
Right.
Ace. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. James Boogie,
yes, sir.
got to do better, dog. You're gonna have to put. Oh, go ahead, Ace. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
And PJ Washington is not a create shot maker. That's not his
No.
game. He's a
Spot up.
player. He's gonna spot
Yeah.
up for the three. He's gonna play.
Exactly.
He's gonna guard the best perimeter scorer or player on the other team. But as
What?
far as creating his own shot, him and Kyrie, they're not even the same book. If we're being honest.
I know what I'm saying.
But to say that they're
They
gonna get
have
the same
sets.
shots, no. But
They
I'm saying
have
to say that-
sets.
no. They may have sets, but to say that they would get the same shots,
That's
that
what I'm
means
saying.
players would be run for PJ Washington to get anything close to Kyrie. Kyrie is getting his because we know he's a great ISO. PJ
No, I'm
Washington is not
saying
in the same conversation to get the same
Kyrie
shot.
is getting his. Kyrie and Luka are getting their shots at that time, and the best player on the team is getting the most shots because our concept of offense, whatever team it is to get this guy more shots. So the set we run, it might not. They don't in the NBA. They don't run plays. They don't even run out of bounds plays. Why would I run these are professionals. but they've seen it all. You run a play, bro. That's easy. That's why LeBron was winning for a point, because LeBron, one of his gifts is he has memorization skills. He can remember a lot of things. So you run a play.
I'm not letting you.
He
I'm
can
not
run a
letting you
play.
get away with this.
Man, LeBron don't run no plays, bro. LeBron don't run no plays, man.
No. I'm saying he can know your play. He'll know your play.
King Ace, I got you. King Ace, I got you. Come on, dog. Come on.
This is what I'm saying.
Not letting you get away with this.
Let me rock real quick.
Okay.
What I'm saying is this.
I'm gonna rock with you like Mike. I'm gonna rock with you like Mike Jackson. All right, but I'm about to show you how bad I am. Like Mike Jackson. I can't let you get away with this.
I ain't gonna let you rock for long if you're wrong. Huh?
Watch this. If I'm in the NBA, right? If I want to run plays, then I have a whole staff of guys sitting on the sidelines that's gonna be like, oh, they ran that play. You can't run that play but once. You can't run that same play twice, bro. They have a whole staff that's coached. So what they do is they run sets, and every set has options to the set. But the overall,
I'm following you.
San Antonio runs stack almost every time they come down the court, bro. What are we talking about, man?
And that's why San Antonio is the anomaly, because a lot of players can't function in that type of offense because of the way that the program is. Steven Jackson, when we go through the list of small forwards who left San Antonio because they felt the game was being stifled, if you're talking about Steven Jackson, you're talking about Kawhi Leonard, you're talking about Will Anderson, you're talking about all these guys.
And ain't done nothing. And ain't done nothing since he left.
Sean, I mean, Steve Jackson is an 18.
I love Stack.
Game.
I love Stack. I love
18-point a game guy. You know what I'm saying? Was Stack a formidable player with the Bobcats? Yeah. Was Stack a formidable player with Golden State? Yeah. Was Stack a formidable player? Like, he's always been, a third option, a solid third option, but he couldn't function well in that San Antonio offense to his liking, because he knows no matter how on fire he is, he ain't going to get 10 shots a game, because the offense they have a very college type set offense. They have a set offense, whereas most teams have sets where it's like, we're going to go
the kind of player.
You beat me to it, Rev. You beat me to it, man.
The kind of player Stack is, bro. He doesn't deserve no but 10 touches. He's not. You said third option,
fourth. I would say on that team, he's the fourth option.
I would say fourth or fifth best.
Stack.
Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan.
I mean,
who else?
What are we talking
Who else
about?
would he be getting a shot before? He wouldn't be getting a shot before either one of them.
Look,
Duncan is first.
I tell a kid in a minute.
Duncan's first, right? Who's second?
I tell a kid in a minute.
Okay.
When he wants to be on my team and say, man, look, you ain't never had nobody like. I asked him this one question: who minutes are you taking? You're not finna take Dylan's minutes. You're not finna take Jerry's minutes. You sure not finna take Cam's minutes. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
Whose minutes would Stack take out of those three players?
You're right. You're 100% right. And what I'm saying, the reason why you being correct is kind of riding the same boat I'm riding, because of the way he plays and because of who they had. He don't fit there, bro. Because when you take him out,
he was a perfect fit.
He's a perfect fit. He's a perfect fit there, but for him, for what he wants to become, it's a bad fit. For his game, yeah, he's a perfect fit, bro.
And
he's
ain't done nothing. Ain't went left and ain't done nothing. Man, Wemby just Dylan Harper out.
Dylan Harper's out too?
Yeah, he just walked to the locker room.
Oh man, they trying to hurt these dudes so they can win. They trying to hurt them so they can win. And
but San Antonio deep though, bro.
No, they are deep, but based on what has worked, based on rotations, De'Aaron Fox being out, De'Aaron Fox probably just waiting because these guys getting hurt so they can try to extend the playoff series, and then Wemby go for like 50 in the end. Like you can't do anything with Wemby.
No,
if we're keeping the stack without trying to cheat, hold his arm on the rebound so he can't jump. or grab it. That's what Hartenstein been doing all night. He's been literally holding his arm so he can't even reach up and grab the ball. So they're gonna have to be dirty and cheap. I don't like Wemby.
You can bang Wemby. You can bang Wemby. That's the way you.
They don't have anybody on the team that can do that. They don't have anybody on the team that's
you know who they need to go get? You know who need to go get?
Who?
And I don't know why this kid is out of. Well, I know why the kid is out the league.
Which team?
Who? Lofton Jr.
Kenny Lofton Jr.
Yeah, that's what
this is why. This is
which
why.
Team? But which team are you saying need to get him? Which team are you saying need to get him?
OKC.
OKC.
They don't need anybody else on their team. They need guys consistently in their lineup so they can try to go back to back.
They need to get rid of Chet.
The thing about Lofton, look, the thing about Lofton
right there, Chet. That was
a
nasty one right there.
The thing about Lofton is, again, and that's what you were saying. The same thing you were saying. When I have something that I know works, and you bring in a new thing in here that's like, hey, I can work too. Well, who are you going to sit down for Lofton?
Right,
like Wallace. You have to get rid of Chet.
No, but Wallace is one of your better. But he's one of your better perimeter defenders. Wallace is, and this
now you're talking about chemistry.
Wallace is holding.
This is that series for that.
Wallace is not holding the 3 in this series, bro.
He's made about 3 tonight already, 3 or 4.
No. I said he's not holding a 3, a forward, a small forward. Yeah, he's not. No, because you're playing this NBA zone now, bro. They drop him back every time when they come on the perimeter.
Yeah. I understand that, but who's San Antonio's true small forward? Who's their true 3? They don't really have one.
They don't have one.
So he can actually be effective because you have Champagne's been actually playing the 3. Vassell's been playing the 2. Stephon Castle's been playing the 1. And then if they actually had their actual lineup, Vassell's been playing the 4 because Harrison Barnes been coming off the bench.
But the reason I say Kenny Lofton Jr. is because he's the equalizer too. And this is why I'm so ooh shit.
No, he just dropped 30 pounds, right? Serious. Ken Lofton just dropped 30 pounds. They was showing him,
bro.
He just dropped 30.
Chet, I was so disappointed in, and I said this before Wemby got drafted. I said the league is going to manhandle him and he'll be out the league in 5 years. All right. This is why I said that. Because they would take notes how Kenny Lofton Jr. did that boy bad in the 19U World Cups. Kenny Lofton Jr. did that boy bad. Gave you the cheat code on how to handle Wemby. And did they do it? No. The league is steady trying to make this European basketball, taking the 4 off the court.
It's safer. It's more lucrative.
It's not safer, bro.
It's safer for
you got 2 players. You got 2 players right now just stepped out the court from being hurt. It's not safer.
No, but those are non-contact injuries. If I can make the game more throw the ball in the basket and up and down, then I can deal with a hamstring. I agree with you, but I'm saying,
bro.
Again, if I'm a big white millionaire who got all this money or billionaire, I'm like, I'm going to give this player $100 million. I don't want to have him bang around. I don't want him getting hit. Like, I want to make this thing as flag football as possible. So that's what they're doing.
Nah, that ain't what they're doing.
That's
not the philosophy.
That's the European game. Flag football.
That's not the philosophy. The philosophy is, I'm gonna say it. It's too physical for white boys.
Yeah, that's the one. They want to make it look. We can't bring in the Wembys, the Chets, the all these European players if the league is still like it was in 90 and 2000.
And that's why that's why I have Joker top 20 and not top 10. And not top 10, not even top. He's not even a top 10 center to me. Because who has he gone against?
But I mean,
I've had this conversation plenty of times.
Am I right though?
I'm gonna explain it this way. I'm gonna explain it this way based on how this new generation of guys or basketball players or even LeBron fans like to pose this position. Jokic is dealing with what I consider my own theory, but I can explain it. The Jordan complex. And what I mean by that is a lot of these guys don't consider Jordan to have played against any great shooting guards in NBA history. Okay, cool. Let's say I agree with you with that concept. Who has Jokic actually played against besides an upcoming Wemby, offensively deficient Rudy Gobert, pop in and out every so often, DeAndre Ayton. AD don't want to guard him. Embiid is never available to play against him. Who else at his caliber of play can he play against?
I mean, you can't fault him for
No. I'm not asking you to fault him. All I'm saying is based on the Jordan complex of guys saying Jordan didn't actually play against any reputable competition to his level because he was so great. Who has Joker played against? Because he's gotten 3 MVPs back to back in this era of basketball.
Yeah,
he has no one to compete against in my era. Not
Embiid
healthy.
was
not healthy.
I mean, he was healthy.
Not healthy.
He was healthy. Hold on, no. He was healthy for some years. Embiid got an MVP. How he not healthy with the MVP? He had MVP.
Embiid,
that was straight politics.
I'm gonna tell you how
he got him from straight politics.
Yeah, because the year before he climbed to one.
I'm about to tell him how. Embiid has played the same amount of games he's missed.
What they got to do with him?
485 games played, 485 games missed. That is not healthy. If you miss 50% of your games, you can't even make this an argument.
So how he made the MVP? How he got the MVP?
50% of your
MVP.
That was a sympathy MVP because the year he should have got it, Jokic got it.
Yep. So that means 2 years. For 2 years, yeah. Right.
No, that doesn't mean
2 years.
No, because it's the same thing.
1 year
it's the same thing with Wemby. The first year he got into the league, he was the best defensive player in the league, leading in blocks, leading in steals. But Rudy Gobert got the defensive player of the year.
What I'm saying is,
come on, we know it's politics, so we can't be disingenuous with that.
One year they gave his MVP to Joker because he had a cold MVP type year. The next year he still had a good year. But they gave him because he was 28, 10 and something both them years.
But it wasn't to the caliber of the year prior. That's
but
why
it was still
getting that.
No, it wasn't.
It was still a good year though. It was still
a good year, but not a great year.
What was the numbers? I bet he was 28, 12, and like 4. I bet he was some.
Don't get me wrong. He was averaging a double-double.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He was.
But if we're gonna look at the proper numbering and context of when Embiid should have got that MVP, Jokic wouldn't have been a 3-time in a row MVP. That was Joel Embiid's. Even along that 2-3 year stretch, he scored 70 points. He made a statement of how great of a big he was, but he was not able to be.
Bro, he was 27-7 he was 27-7-4 this year.
Ooh.
But Embiid didn't play that many games.
Spurs on a 9-2 run.
Let me see what his career stats were. I mean, his stats were for the year, his MVP year. What was that?
It wasn't
03? 30. Oh, come on, man. What are y'all talking about, man? This man was 30. This man was 30 points a game or better for 3 years straight.
Okay,
30.
He got a scoring title, but we're talking about a player who's also getting an averaging a triple-double.
This man was 30 points a game for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
With 12, 11.
The year they gave that to Embiid, bro, everybody and their mama knew it was a gift. Everybody
because he was supposed to get it the year
was the
before.
wrong year. It was the year before,
before.
So the 31 and 10 don't mean nothing.
Getting the scoring title was great, but that wasn't the year he was supposed to get it the year before.
What was his plus and minus that year?
He scored more. The year before, I mean, the year he didn't get it, he had 30. The year he got 33.
Right, which means he got the scoring title, which solidified that he was supposed to get it the year before when his team was also better without Paul George on it.
He got the scoring title both years. Both them years.
Even better.
So what I'm saying,
because within the 2 years he scored 70 points. I would think somebody has 33 points out of that. They averaging 33. If I scored that 70-point game.
That's just one game, bro. He averaged 33 the year he won and the year before he averaged 30.
I'm not dismissing that, but what we also have to realize is guys' numbers are going to be inflated when they play less games. Your numbers are going to look better. If I play 20 games and you play 40, my numbers are going to look better if I'm scoring more, even if you're averaging some of what I'm doing, but because your number range is going to be up, down, up, down. If I'm giving you a clear 25, 25, 24, 26, 25, 24, 24, 24, 26, 26, 26, 26. All of that's still going to average to 25, 26.
Exactly. And if I'm giving you 40, 40, 40, 40.
No. I'm doing the same thing that you're doing, but you're playing more games. So you could be having 24, 25, 26, 26, 21, 20, 22, 23, 24, 22, 23, 25,
that's not
30.
Good math, brother.
No.
That's not
as
good
far as
math,
scoring,
brother.
these guys' numbers are going to go like that because of injuries.
Your average is your average.
Because of the game.
Hold up, your average is your average. If you play 30 games and you average 30
your average
points,
is not just your average.
Let me
based
finish.
on accumulation of how many games you play, man.
No, it meant how many. Yes, you're right. So if I play 30 games and score 30 points every game, and you score up and you play 60 games and score 25 every game, I score more points than you, bro. I averaged 30 or 25.
You did not. I'm about to give you the equivalent to what you just gave me, and you won't be able to refute it. LeBron has played 23 years. Jordan played 15. Yeah. His average is still not higher than Jordan's because he played less seasons.
If because Jordan scored more points a game. What are you talking about? This is simple math, bro.
No, but
Jordan scored 32 a game. LeBron scored 20 a game.
LeBron has the most points all time, but that doesn't mean that he scored more. But because he's played longer, his numbers are going to continue to go down on average. It's not going to stay high.
You're talking about the average versus the cumulative score. I'm talking about the average alone.
No. All he's simply saying is the longer you play,
your average you're not getting go down.
Yeah, if you don't maintain what you've been doing. Look, case in point. If for 10 years you've been averaging 26 points a game,
that's your average.
All right, 26 points a game.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years, you have to maintain 26 points a game, or your average is going to go down.
But I'm saying in a season, if you played 60 games, I played 80 games, right? Just because I play 80 games, that doesn't mean that it's going to hurt my average if I'm still hitting my same number. My average is the average amount of points I score.
But you're not hitting your same number, though. That's
why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I?
Because you're already playing longer.
I would say this.
You're
that's
playing
an assumption, bro. No, that's
I'll say this. It puts more. It doesn't necessarily mean you're not putting up the same numbers, but it puts more stress on you. Have to maintain.
Yes,
you have to make. Case in point, like they said when Jordan went to. Oh, I got so tired of this. I got so tired of them doing this because, bro, Jordan's legacy had already been sealed by the time he went to Washington. But they said he would have to maintain 22 or 20 point average so his overall average won't dip.
Wouldn't drop to below 30, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is right now we're talking about upper echelon players. We're not talking about Steven Jacksons or, Jack Bonds. We're talking about elite players. Joel Embiid is an elite player. Joker's an elite player. If Joker plays 30 games, you expect to get 25 or better. You expect that because it's elite. No matter if he plays, he
elite
numbers.
He's
gonna get it. I'm looking at 20, 22, 27, 25, 28, 30, 33, 34, 23. That's the elite, bro.
What's you know what my motto is, dog? Your best ability.
Availability. Yeah. But again, I would say that contextually you have to look at the entire picture of what's going on. Joel Embiid came to the league knowing that he was injured and he was going to be it's going to be a couple years before he got back to where he's supposed to be at. Joel Embiid is a big. Process. When a big gets hurt, a big is injury prone. So again, for him to have these numbers that he's had over the last 8-9 years, name 10 other centers that was like that. You can only name greats that did that. You Kevin Duckworth didn't average 25, 30.
That did what specifically?
That average 25, 30, 30, 30, 28, 28. You can only name greats that did that. You can't name no secondary.
But you put Embiid in the conversation of greats and elite. So why wouldn't we compare him to greats and elite? That wouldn't make sense.
You're right. So he's a great elite player. He's had some injury issues,
but he hasn't been. He hasn't always been available. That's the difference.
I don't see him being an elite player because his availability has not been dependable, bro. And right now, I'm gonna tell you who else is tarnishing his. I'm gonna tell you who else is tarnishing his career. Paul George.
Or Paul George, yeah.
Oh, Kawhi ain't played for 4 years. So I mean Kawhi is not even. Paul George is, bro. They call that dude pandemic. I heard somebody call him pandemic P.
You think they're both overrated?
I think Paul George is overrated.
Oh, just Paul George, not Kawhi Leonard, but Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George. I think kind of overrated.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Paul George.
I think
Paul George is definitely overrated. He's one of the main reasons why they got accepted.
I just think his best years with Indiana. Once he ends up getting that injury from USA, he was never the same.
Never the same.
And being able to understand and take that third role instead of a second role, being able to still average 20 and be a really good two-way player instead of getting all that money. Because Paul George has been one of the highest paid players over the last 5-10 years and has not produced anything. Not an MVP, All-Star, all NBA, all the team.
No, you're wrong about that. You're wrong about that.
Wrong about what?
He's been an All-Star. I'm talking about since Indiana.
I'm saying on the upper echelon of not just because of his name, but actually producing to be an All-Star. Because there are a lot of guys who became All-Stars because of their name. Zaza Pachulia was becoming an All-Star because he had fan votes.
Okay,
so we can't do that.
Let me tell you his stat lines since Indiana: 22, 28, 22. 22, 24, 24, 25, 23, 22. These last 2 years, he's been 16 and 17 in Philly. He's been all NBA.
Out of those 20 plus games, how many games did he actually play?
He played when he left Indiana, he played 79, 77, 48, 50,
1, 2,
33, 31,
3, 4,
50, 70, 41, and of course. And then this year, of course, he had to sit those games because of the suspension.
Because of the suspension. So out of almost 10 years, 6 to 7 times he didn't even play 50 games, and it was borderline at 50. Does that not cater to what we were talking about with Jordan a moment ago?
I heard 4 years. I didn't hear 6. I heard 4 years.
Now he said a 40. He said a 30. He said another 40. He said right at borderline 49, which is kind of catered to up 50, or we could keep it at 40.
Yeah, he had 2 40s and 2 50s. Everything else is in the 70s. Everything else is like
I heard 4. I heard 4. I heard 4.
So that's 4 out of what? 8, almost 10 years.
4 out of 10.
So 4 years out of 10. But the other years you mentioned 16, 18. So the games went up, but the points production still went down. So it was
the only protection he had that was low was his last 2 years. Was Philly. Everything else, he been in the 20s. Since Indiana, since last year, Indiana, his last 2 years.
And what about in LA? Because he wasn't all that healthy in LA.
He was 21, 23, 24, 25, All-Star, 74, 60, 31, 54. Like
they were just losing in the first round to Dallas.
I mean, I'm
to a one-man wrecking crew in Luka. With 2 of the best two-way players in the league.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm not here to defend the team chemistry and team success and player success is
they had linked. 2 black coaches with 2 different philosophies in Doc Rivers and then Tyronn Lue.
The team success is linked to the player success, but in the same breath, team lost. Well, was Paul George holding Luka the whole time? Didn't they have? Why wasn't Kawhi Leonard holding? Oh, well, he wasn't playing. If Kawhi wasn't there,
as a matter of fact, it wasn't just Dallas because even Phoenix was putting him out because him and Devin Booker was always getting into it.
I'm just saying, was Kawhi there?
Absolutely, he's been with the Clippers. Kawhi wouldn't go to the Clippers unless he had.
You just said
Kawhi Leonard did not go to the Clippers unless he had Paul George. That's a documented fact.
Yep.
I'm saying, was he playing? You got to say he ain't played in 4 years.
No, I didn't say he played in 4 years. I think Rev was just being funny.
I'm just being facetious. I'm being facetious because he hardly played in LA.
But Kawhi wouldn't even go to the Clippers without Paul George. And if Paul George, they couldn't get Paul George, that is the only way he would have went to the Lakers to play with LeBron. That is documented.
I'm saying it's also documented that Kawhi didn't play a lot of games with the Clippers. So we have to go and look and see, did he play these games against Dallas? Because I know, like I said, this year, Harden Kawhi didn't play the first half of the first half of the season, and then Harden went off for that period of time and left.
And then he got traded. So Kawhi played the rest of the season because he wanted to get paid too. That's why Kawhi was playing too. I can't talk about the motivation of why he's in there. I'm just saying this is what happened. We just had a motivational conversation last night too.
But I'm saying that Kawhi was there, and we know that there are gaps in this this is so convoluted that we don't know if he was there, he wasn't there, who was there. The team is built like this, whatever. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to go look and see.
There's no team structure. No, that makes sense.
Because if I'm supposed to be getting 15 shots a night, now I'm getting 30, and I'm coming off an injury, well, I might not be as good as I'm supposed to be. Or if I don't have no center,
but they've had Celtics. Zubac has been solid for them since they've been there. He's been a double-double the entire time.
Why?
Agreed.
Why he's been a double-double, or why he's been solid for them?
Why he's been double-double?
Because he's been producing. He's been playing against the bigs in the league.
And he's been forced. He was forced into a light because of Kawhi.
When Kawhi Leonard is not playing, who do you think was playing before James Harden got there? Because he wasn't there the whole time.
No,
he was not. Zubac was with us. James Harden unlocked Zubac, though.
I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he didn't. When I look at the numbers, the same thing you would try to argue with Clint Capella. When I look at Zubac's numbers, James Harden wasn't there. Zubac was still getting the double-double.
Zubac got traded for nothing. What are you talking about? Zubac was an 8-man guy.
It doesn't matter what he got traded for. All they did was try to match it so they can try to get picks.
No, I'm talking about how he got to the Clippers from us, from the Houston Rockets.
No, that's fine. He could have been he was a young player, didn't have any potential or didn't have any problems at the time. But when he got there, he was put in the system because y'all had a coach in Tyronn Lue who knew how to use underappreciated big men who didn't know their game.
Man, Tyrone is a coach, bro. He's a coach. He's a player's coach, man. He's a player's coach. Look, I enjoyed it tonight.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday we talking sports, folks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if King Ace and James Booger come back again, but every Wednesday we're gonna be talking sports. I want to appreciate you guys coming on the show, man. And man, we had some good feedback tonight.
I see you rocking.
I really want to talk about the bus club. I gotta go to because I want to. OKC is Israel, man. That's a wild take. That Untamed said that's a wild take. But
what's a wild take? What's a wild take?
One of the streamers, somebody Untamed, I think that's right. He commented about the OKC and called them the Israel of the NBA. And that's a super wild take. But I don't have time to go through that right now. That's a super wild take.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
I can't speak on that.
I saw that. I saw it.
Speak on that, man.
And I went in. Hey, look, I saw it and went into another segment. So that's all.
I appreciate y'all. I got to bounce with the quickness. So I appreciate y'all, fellas, man. And
man, I appreciate you, man. Look, I appreciate everybody come on tonight, man. I got King Ace. Look, y'all make sure y'all listen to him 3:00 on Radio 17. That's RadioSoul17.com, man. King Ace, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. It's nice to finally meet you, man. I'm a fan of your show, and man, I appreciate you coming by tonight. Come back through next Wednesday, man. I got
we look. So I've been moving, So I've been having to kind of prepare myself to.
You told me.
Yeah. I've been moving, so I'll be back in Houston, so we'll be able to actually get in the studio and do all types of stuff.
Yeah.
But man, it's an honor, man. It's an honor. I'm appreciate the opportunity, and I'm gonna give my knowledge. I'm gonna give my love. It's always love no matter what.
Hey, and hey, as you can see, man, Rev can hold his own too now.
Hey, look. Hey, look. I don't want to get hurt either. So look, I'm with you. And see, Jay Wood, my brother. He my big OG. He my brother. But we gonna go at it. We're not gonna agree on everything.
Hey, man.
But
hey,
10 toes down on mine too.
Y'all have a wonderful show. Hey, y'all have a wonderful show, man. Y'all do have a wonderful show. Hey, look, we'll be back on Friday. We'll talk into that Southeast Conference protest by the NAACP.
Okay.
We'll get more into that on Friday. Y'all come back. But just in case y'all didn't know where y'all was at, that's right. It's Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry. I appreciate y'all again coming in. And I got King Ace, I got James Boogie. Huh?
It's the place to be. Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry. Insight, inspiration, and the word on the street. Late Night Talk where the soul and the wisdom meet. 9 p.m. tonight. The mic is live. Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry.
Hey, I thank y'all again. We'll see y'all on Friday, 9 o'clock. Be blessed.
Yo.